Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me here. Is everybody having a great time? Yeah. I love this place. I'm so inspired being here. I was really excited to be part of the cast tonight and be invited to speak. I do a lot of public speaking for work, but Taylor makes a good point that talking about your own story is a totally different situation altogether. And so in my excitement, I was ready to get my story together and, really give back to the collaboratory because I've made so many great friends and connections through EWITS and the collaboratory. So as I'm starting to prepare my story, a series of circumstances tell me that John Lennon's little comment about life happens while you're making other plans. So my plans were actually to tell this really, great story about overcoming adversity, that kind that you see on the Hallmark Channel, poor mom that was a single mom, 2 divorces and bankruptcy, and oh my gosh, and she finally gets this great job and finishes a PhD and starts a business. But as I said, life has other plans, so I'm getting together my story. I'm kind of having some writer's block, and I'm back and forth with Taylor. I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to back out. No, I'm going to do it. Yes, no. Well, okay, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to get my story together. So I got like halfway through. It's a Friday night. I've got some time, had my pizza, and I'm feeling a little tired. It was a long week. And I wake up Saturday morning because we're going to have our read-through that day. And I wake up and I have this horrific cold. I have no voice whatsoever, stuffy head, feeling fatigued, and I thought, okay, this is not going to be very conducive for writing. So I took time to take care of myself, but back to work on Monday, busy nights. I had 3 really important meetings to prepare for this week, on top of getting my story written for tonight. So late nights, getting everything ready, and Wednesday morning comes, and I'm feeling good. Finally, starting to recover from this cold, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to get my writing started. First, I'm going to, kind of get everything together. I'm going to head into work. I had kind of a big meeting. It's, reviewing some studies, and I had worked all night to get ready. And it was a typical morning, do a little journaling, have my morning coffee, have breakfast, spend some time with my little pugs, talk to my husband, get in the car and drive. So this is a great morning. I'm driving and, I'm seeing this beautiful blue sky, maybe a couple of trees. I'm going down Millhopper Road, so there's that beautiful canopy, of all that great Spanish moss falling. And all of a sudden, my vision is completely obliterated by something brown. Hello, a deer jumped out on top of the car hood. And I see, no. There goes the deer. So I'm like shaking, I can't believe this just happened. And I pulled the car over. Of course, the animal lover in me turns to look at the deer first. Is the deer okay? And she was gone. So that actually made me take a sigh of relief because, okay, maybe she is all right. Okay, I should probably take a look at my car. So I walk to the front of my car and I look and I see, wow, it's pretty crushed. And there's this little tuft of hair from the deer. So I start crying about the tuft of hair in the deer. And this whole thing is like crushed. I can't drive my car. All of a sudden, I'm like, I'm going to have to do something. I can't just stay here. I'm on this little side road. There's, a couple of houses, but not really a development or anything. And I'm starting to hear sounds again, like the world is coming into view again. And all of a sudden, I realize I'm hearing this. And there is a dog coming up right after me. And of course, it had just rained so I'm trying to get into my car, and if anybody out here who knows me, my team knows I'm the clumsiest person on the planet. And so I nearly fell, dogs coming after me. I managed to slip in, get into my car, close the door, and greet the dog. All I see are teeth in my window. Okay, that's all right, I got this. I called my husband and he's like, don't drive. And I'm like, I'm not staying here by this dog. I just want to go home. So about a mile away, I decided I'm going to head home. And, so I got home and of course I missed my meeting, but finally made it to work that day. I had to take that time to call the insurance company and can we figure out a rental car? Can you give me a ride to work? All that kind of stuff. So, busy day, of course, trying to regroup a little bit. I swear my heart rate didn't stop slowing down until about 2 o'clock, so I never really did need that coffee. By the end of the day, as I started to relax, I realized the migraine was taking over, and I was like, this was going to be the night I was going to write. I was going to sit on my couch. I was going to do some writing so I could send a draft to Taylor to kind of look over. Does any of this make sense? So, all right, well, I still cuddled with the pugs, but decided I'm going to get a good night's rest. So it was great because it was like one of those nights where, the rain is coming and you hear the thunder and you just want to cuddle up and snuggle together. So it was nice and soothing and woke up the next day feeling refreshed, like migraine's gone, the cold is finally gone. Okay, I'm not going to the car. I'm still not really feeling, I'm feeling good. I'm like ready to start writing. And I decided, you know what? I don't have to be to work until 9 o'clock today. So I'm going to put aside my morning routine and I'm going to do some writing this morning. So I start the pot of coffee and the coffee's brewing and I love that smell of that fresh coffee. My husband came into the room and greeted me, and as I'm pouring my coffee, completely dark, the power went out. Seriously, I'm planning on writing "The universe is conspiring against me." So instead of writing, we're running around the house. Didn't we have candles out for Christmas? Where did you put them? Are they around here? Do you have a lighter? I don't have a lighter. Do you have matches? Are there anything? Do you have a flashlight? Oh no, the batteries are dead. We're trying to find a way. So finally we just gathered up some candles and put them out on the table. It looks like we're having a seance in the morning, And I was like, I don't care. I've written in hurricanes. I've got my computer. So I'm going to open up my lid and I'm going to get started with my fresh coffee. And so I open it up. The battery was dead. My husband borrowed my charger and unplugged it, so it hadn't been plugged in all night. So at this point, all I could do was laugh. I said, it's pretty clear that, stuff like this happens. And so, whatever happened to those 2 meetings that I had to go to that night? I had 2 really important presentations that I had to give. And after that crazy 24 hours, it turns out they were 2 of the best presentations I've ever had. I don't really understand how that happened, but what I do realize is that it's kind of symbolic, that 24-hour period of kind of life. And, I think we all have probably met an unexpected deer on our hood, or an angry dog, or complete darkness. And somehow we still manage to get through and reach our goals. And so I take those metaphoric symbols of, if I can go through some of the crazy stuff in that 24 hours and still have the presentation of my life, I probably have the foundation that I need to empower myself to become an entrepreneur. I would like to tell you my ideas, but I'm planning on doing that patent walk there, so I'll tell about later, once I do my disclosure. But, I think just walking through those days of life and knowing, all of the adversity that we face, It's just a test for what's, really ready to come. So I welcome the opportunity to be able to share that with you and hopefully be part of inspiration for other people to see through, all of those challenges and their daily darkness on occasion and see that you still can do great things. Thank you.